Today, guys, I am going to show you how to properly use and sharpen a lawnmower blade with this particular Oregon blade sharpener. Now, I know a lot of guys have switched to the other one where it's an up and down disc and it's got the little angle thing on it. Those are cool. Those are awesome. They work really well. I don't have the money for that, and I have this one already. And I was having trouble with getting my blades sharp just like everybody else. Everybody else that I've seen on YouTube has not been able to get their blades sharp with this particular blade sharpener. At least that's what they say. They can't get it, razor sharp. I am going to show you today how to use this blade grinder to get your blades super duper sharp. All right? So we are going to be using this blade right here, and it is roached on this side, guys. I don't know what I hit with this. Must have been a rock or something pretty big, but it's roached. We're just going to use this as an example. But I used to spend 20 to 30 minutes getting a blade fairly sharp on this thing, just running it like everybody else. Like, let me show you. Hopefully we can see this here. I turned this blade sharpener sideways on my workbench because I've got this grinder over here that I have to use for the Time Master blades. They're just at it's a weird blade design, and it doesn't fit on here. It doesn't work on here. So when I would sharpen blades, I would spend 20 or 30 minutes trying to get the blade sharp, going straight sideways, and I could never seem to get it sharp. Now this side is actually, except for the roached part here, it's pretty sharp, but I am going to show you how to actually do this to get your blades really sharp, and it only takes about, if you have a relatively sharp blade, it's going to take you maybe 5 minutes. If you have a really dull blade, it's going to take you maybe 10 to 15 minutes if you really work at it and really get it nice and sharp, okay? Which lawnmower blades, they're not supposed to be razor sharp, but I know that a lot of guys, us, myself included, just make the blades razor sharp. So you're not supposed to do that. I hear they dull faster that way. You're supposed to leave a little edge, but I don't, and I know a lot of guys that don't. So let's show you how to sharpen these blades. I'm going to use the roached side here, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get them razor sharp with this blade grinder. Okay guys, so what I first want to show you is how you actually need to pull this blade through. Now, a friend of mine, Brandon, was telling me that he actually pushed his blade through. You shouldn't push your blade through. You need to draw it through, okay? Now, so you don't want to pull it straight across this grinding wheel here. You will never get it sharp. Obviously, the first thing you're going to want to do is get this plate set up properly. Get the right height for the right angle that you want your blades at. And get this set up first. We're not going to go over that today. I'm just going to show you how to get these blades razor sharp, because I've seen everyone say that they cannot get the blade sharp with this particular blade grinder. And that is false, because I do it every single time. So you do not draw it straight across the grinding wheel. You actually put it at an angle. This gives you a nice surface here to really dig into that blade. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I love this thing because it is super quiet. I have never heard an electric motor this quiet before. Of course, when you grind, it's not going to be quiet, but always remember to wear your safety glasses so that you don't get metal in your eyes. Okay guys, so I don't know if you can see this. I didn't take this blade all the way up to the top here. It's all the same angle. But if you look at this, I don't know if you can see it, but that is razor sharp. No, I didn't fix this. Of course, you're going to have to take the blade way back to fix that. I am just using this blade as an example. But that is razor sharp. There is a few burrs on the back. And let me tell you, I only ran this through like 4 or 5 times. And it's razor sharp. So, let me show you this side. Okay, it's hard to see, but you can kind of see that edge there. It's real wrinkly right there. Got to take that off. I'm going to run this through and show you this one. You can kind of see, there we go. It's pretty thick right there. I'm going to run this through. You're going to see just how fast and how quick this Oregon blade sharpener actually makes these razor sharp. Okay, so again, whew, that is quite sharp. So again, we're not going to run it straight across the grinding wheel. We are going to turn it at an angle. And we're going to draw it through so it gets a nice bite from this grinding wheel. Okay guys, so this was that roached side. I don't know if, let's see if it'll clear it up here. Trying to get it to focus in on it. But if you can see that, that is sharp. Now there is some burrs on the back that we'll have to take care of with the other grinder that I have here. But that is sharp, guys. And I only ran this through about 6 times. And you guys saw it. It was pretty roached. All those burrs are gone on the front side here. And it is sharp. Guys, stop running out and buying a $700 blade grinder. You got this one for like $250. And it will get your blades really sharp if you know how to use it. Alright, so let me tell you some of the flaws that I have found with this blade grinder and how I remedied them with this new way of grinding the blades. Okay guys, so when I used to draw the blade through, you know, flat against that grinding wheel, it wouldn't take off enough metal to make a difference. Okay, and it just took forever. Now it makes sense that you would want to draw it straight through, you know, initially, but it doesn't have that bite that you need to get the blade sharp. And so because of that, this grinder would typically bind up because you're flat and you've got this part here and there's a little bit of space there, and if you tip this blade at all, it's going to bind up in there. And it's not going to work. The motor's going to completely stop, and then you have to pull the blade out and let it go again. When I pull it through at an angle, the motor never binds up, the blade never binds up on the grinding wheel, the motor never stops, never loses power, because it's got that smaller, it's making less contact with the blade. So guys, you don't have to run out and buy a $700 blade grinder. This one works just fine if you know how to use it. The way I figured this out with this blade grinder is that Bradley has another, I watched a whole bunch of videos on different grinders, and there's one, and I think it's a Bradley, where it forces you to pull that blade through at an angle. And I went back to the drawing board, I went back to this thing, and I said, you know what, let me try that. And I did it, and oh my goodness, what a difference it made. I don't spend 20 to 30 minutes sharpening a set of 3 blades anymore. I spend maybe 10 to 15 minutes sharpening a set of blades now. So it's really, really awesome. It's an awesome blade grinder if you know how to use it, and it's just a simple fix. Just change the angle. Yes, you want to set it right. You want to make sure that it's at the right height, it's at the right angle. You got this plate here. See if I can show it. Got this plate here, back far enough towards the wheel so that you get that good angle. But I'm telling you, this sharpener gets your blades razor sharp in a very reasonable amount of time. Guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions at all about getting your blades sharp with this grinder, please put them down in the comments below. Also, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Please nail that like button. It really helps the video go farther on YouTube, helps us get seen. It's really important. Please hit that like button, and I will see you guys in the next video.